For years, we've been waiting for Disney to strike back with their own kingdom of shadows, Villain's Land. But just as the dirt started moving, the rumors started swirling.
Is Disney's most anticipated project already being scrapped? Or is it being forced to evolve because a park down the road just set the bar impossibly high? Today, we're breaking down the rumors, the leadership shakeups, and the epic problem Disney is facing. So,
come with us.
Hey guys, I wanted to pause the video today and let you know that it is brought to you today by Magical Vacation Planner. I am actually a travel agent for Magical Vacation Planner, and that means I can plan you guys an adventure of your own through Disney World or Universal even. So anyway, that being said, if you guys would like that to happen, I have left a link in the description box below to fill out some information to get your free quote today. All right, let's get back to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to BA Adventures.
Hi!
So if you are new here today, I am Brady and this is Ashley. We are a traveling YouTube couple that loves to just go to theme parks, cover theme parks, with our home park being Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. Being from Missouri, we don't get to go to Disney a whole lot, but we absolutely love it.
It's the best.
It is. It is. It is. It does have my favorite park at Hollywood Studios there, and that's just because I'm Star Wars biased. So anyway, let's get something into this. We are discussing that Villain's Land has been scrapped. Maybe?
This had me all twisted up when he was talking to me. He was like, this is the idea for this video.
Yeah, and I showed her what is the thumbnail that you've got here on this video.
And I literally...
Like, no!
This video just had me spinning out when he projected it, like he presented it and everything. And I'm like, this has been a blue sky project. We've been teased with this idea from Disney for how long?
2024. Then
it officially got announced that this is not just blue sky. It is happening. There's facts to this park, adding this amazing dark villains area. So let's kick it off. Let's go.
Right. So let's get our facts straight first. For years, Villain's Land was just a blue sky dream, like Ashley just said, until D23 in 2024.
I remember watching it.
Me too.
And
it came up
nuts.
and I was like, oh my God!
Our family, we were actually at his family's house and they were like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, what is wrong with you?
We got so excited.
Okay, so that's when Josh D'Amaro officially confirmed that a dedicated Villain's Land is coming to the Magic Kingdom located beyond the Big Thunder Mountain.
I'm just so excited.
So here is the current plan. A massive expansion featuring well, I take that back. Let me start back over. August 2024 was the official announcement. Late 2025, land clearing starts, which means Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island out.
Dumb.
Okay. This is to make way for the Cars Land that is going in. This is step by step what has been occurring and what they said was going to occur at D23. So this is all taking place. Cars Land is being made, and post Cars Land, as soon as they are done, they are supposed to move in and immediately start on Villain's Land. So our guess has been 2028
I mean,
that this land will be open. Maybe 2029 at the latest.
Because they showed us the art concepts of everything. And I was like, okay, how many rides is that? What is that over there? There's a stage. What's going on?
Yeah.
So,
well, now things have hit a fever pitch and rumors of it being scrapped. The current plan is a massive expansion featuring 2 major attractions, dining and shopping, all wrapped in what Imagineers call conjured architecture. A twisted, cursed take on a theme park land. Basically.
Which is kind of exciting to like, I wonder what they're going to come up with, because you have seen Epic's Dark Moor area.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later on.
So,
we think that there's a reason that something is happening.
So, I mean, to see their art concept to what is going to be more Disney-esque is going to be exciting.
It is. It really is. And just what they're doing in those theme parks down there in Orlando is incredible. So, All right, so why the scrapped headlines? Well, word in the industry, specifically from insiders like Len Testa, suggests that while the land isn't canceled, that's good news.
Not scrapped.
That's what she got so mad about. And then when she found that it's not canceled, she goes, oh, okay.
I could breathe again because I was going to be so upset. That was the most exciting news from D23 for me.
However, the original plans might have just been tossed like that into the trash. The rumor is that Disney leadership looked at the initial design and said, not good enough.
It's got to be better.
It does have to be better. So, Josh D'Amaro and Bob Iger both are the most recent CEO and the current CEO. If you guys haven't been paying attention to Disney, Josh D'Amaro took over just within a matter of weeks of this, and Bob Iger is staying on as the predecessor and kind of mentoring him into this role and kind of continuing out, but going to finish early from his contract.
But it's an awesome news because many people love Josh D'Amaro.
Yes, and he was the head of all Disney parks.
I'm really excited for him to take over. I cannot wait to see what he creates for Disney.
Same here. However, as many know from the Disney CEO, people are going to like him, people are going to hate him, people are going to be like, yeah, whatever, it's still Disney World or Disneyland, wherever you call Disney. So, all right, so rumor has it he's pushing Imagineering to go bigger and bolder. The initial plans were just a standard land and won't cut it anymore. They don't want a Magic Kingdom add-on. They want a game changer. Disney's needed a game changer for a while. I think. There was Galaxy's Edge, came through, and it was more of an add-on. There were things taken out of that should have been put in there too. Just saying. There was a coaster plan for it.
You know, and I will say this. I'm just thinking right now. For people who have never been to a Disney park and they're going to, let's say, Orlando, what park do you think they're going to visit? They're probably just going to visit, if they only have one day, Magic Kingdom, because that is the epic center of Disney.
Everybody sees Cinderella's castle.
Right, and that's what they want to go do. Mm-hmm. So for that to land as a park, like expansion, not just a little like, here's a ride area.
Like here's Frontier-ish land.
Right, like it's going to be grand.
Huge, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say, but just example. There's some people who love it, and I don't want them to hate me.
You better not. They'll be coming for you.
Okay? I really want to see how Big Thunder Mountain's changed, personally. I like that ride.
So, moving on, just to have it a huge expansion to the park, I think it's fantastic news.
Agreed. However, park down the road, Epic Universe by Universal Studios has made their own little dark universe location at Darkmoor. And it's popular.
Huge. Love it.
People rope drop that ride that is inside there, the Frankenstein ride.
It's the Curse.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It's Curse of it's Frankenstein. Monsters Unchained.
Monsters Unchained. Yes,
it's Monsters Unchained.
I was thinking of the Curse of the Werewolf ride.
No, that's the roller coaster. Everybody's all like, yeah, we'll get on that later. No, they rope drop that, and then they shoot over to the Battle of the Ministry at Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So, because they're like right there. You just gotta go past the Helios Hotel. So, Villains Land being right there, making it like, what was it, 2 rides and some dining? Yeah, okay. No way is that going to compete with Dark Universe that has 2 rides and a dining. It's the same thing. So I kind of agree with Josh D'Amaro here. If he's the one actually saying this stuff and this is actually a thing and they want to make it bigger, they need to. There needs to be more in there. And I think that Epic Universe has caused that.
100%. I just wonder the timeline of Disney coming up with this idea. Did they rip it a little bit off of Epic? Did they already have things going in motion? Disney CEOs are famous for going to Universal to see what's going on, to view different things that other parks are doing, their competition, right? And I'm sure Universal does the same. But I just wonder who came first. What are your theories? Let us know, because I want to know what you think. I think Universal came first, and then I think Disney is trying to play catch up.
Here's my thing. is Disney saw that Universal did with the classic monsters and realized they couldn't just play it safe. If Disney builds a spooky land that feels kiddish, way too kiddish, compared to the high-octane intensity of Dark Universe, they lose. And Disney doesn't like to lose.
Right.
So Disney villains have a massive multi-general fan base. If the rumor of scrapping plans is true, it's likely because Disney is trying to pivot and make it better.
100%.
They need their attractions to be just as immersive, just as dark, and just as technologically advanced as what's happening down the street at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
They aren't just competing with Mickey Mouse anymore. They're competing with the gods and monsters of the Dark Universe.
I just get excited. I love dark stuff.
Here's my thing. This is
excited.
why I absolutely love Universal Studios and Disney, because Universal Studios has stepped up their game and they are no longer a 3-day over the weekend extended weekend visit resort.
Or if people are just bouncing over real quick to go see Harry Potter and then come back to Disney.
Correct. They are now saying, hey, you're coming to us for a week or 2. And it's doable. And I absolutely love that, because I'm sitting here like, hey, we're going for a week now. And now we spent a week there for our honeymoon. And it was fantastic. It was just Islands of Adventure Studios and, of course, Volcano Bay. We had, Volcano Bay 2 days?
Yeah.
Oh, it ended up being a day and a half because of rain, and then we had park-to-park passes.
So we could bounce over to the other theme park.
And that was all the way back in COVID, and we haven't been since. And we hate ourselves for it, but we're trying to make it happen, okay?
Not trying, we are making it happen. There we go.
Let me make it. We are going. We are going. It's during Hell Week, but we're going.
So, what I find it interesting, you were talking about our honeymoon. I can see why people would bounce real quick to Universal at that time period and then bounce back, because it just wasn't a full week like Disney World is. And was, at that time period. So Disney's definitely picking it up because they see that competition occurring.
Fantastic. And that's what I really like to see. So,
I love seeing them compete.
Me too.
Because I mean, then, we win.
Orlando's one of our favorite places to go. And then if they're competing with each other, then the people who actually go win.
Yes.
In a way.
Yeah.
So we expect a massive update at D23 2026 later this year. That is where Disney will likely have to show their hand. Will they lean into the cursed forest? Or will they announce something even more radical to combat Epic Universe?
Oh, I can't wait. The concept art, original concept art that was announced in D23 2 years ago was great, in my opinion already. I was great and excited about that. But to find out that no, this isn't good enough. That is so exciting. I just buckle up, everybody.
It makes it feel like the Disney parks are about to actually get better again in those ways. I know some people have not been happy with the way that the parks have been throughout the past several years. COVID changed a lot of stuff with that. Some things got removed, some things got added, some things were just all like, why did we even do that before?
Ideas were scrapped.
And that has happened everywhere, not just in the theme park world, but everywhere. I mean, Walmart's not even open 24 hours anymore.
Moving on.
So, one thing is for sure, the Disney and Universal wars are better for us fans than ever. But I want to know what you think. Is a bigger and bolder redesign worth the wait? Or should Disney have just stuck with their plans from 2024 and just open sooner?
I mean, that's such a hard question.
I'm going to give Ashley some credit here. This Dark Universe has pushed Disney like she said it would. So, drop your theories in the comments. I will be hearting the most wicked ones. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that bell notification button. And wow, holy cow, I am messing that up. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, and that
bell notification button,
so that you guys don't miss any more of our updates with Disney, Universal, Silver Dollar City, any other theme parks that we may have for you to go to. And we've got a bunch. We've got a lot of playlists. So, guys, please reach out, talk to us in the comments, and
bring on that next adventure.
Bye, guys.